Welcome back to The Last of Us. I have a strong feeling a very significant thing is going to happen in this episode. Oh, we're getting this little flashback. Interesting.
I don't know you. His brains are on the floor.
So they kept the nightmares being a constant thing.
We can come up with a plan. Right? It's a city, Abs. I thought it would be like a tent colony or something.
Power lines aren't a problem. Here the problems.
It's the people.
Got 4 main gates, no other ins or outs. Guard
We ambush a patrol. We tie him up. Make him tell us we're Joel. I'm saying we bluff. Scare him, you know?
And if that doesn't work,
then what?
Yeah, it's not like we could let him go.
I'm onto something.
this guy weirdly looks like Jake Gyllenhaal.
And let's buy you some time.
The chateau looks, again, right out of the game. Very well done on their part.
Fuck, an hour out here?
Plan is to convince her to go back.
Good luck with that.
I heard you had quite the night after I left.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You kissed her.
No.
Wow.
No.
We've been broken up 1 week and you made a move on her?
I didn't. I wouldn't do that.
I'm screwing with you, man. I already know. I don't care. Come on, get dressed. Gotta go.
You're the worst.
I love Jesse.
What's everyone doing?
Blake.
Well, we're better now, okay?
As of when? Because last night
Yeah, I
I
know what happened last night. Can you shut the fuck? My shit with Joel is complicated. I know that, but I'm still me. He's still Joel, and we...
Oh, she's always gonna love Joel, no matter how complicated it gets.
Like fucking daddy-daughter day, okay? Okay.
He already went out.
What? With who?
Dina, for what it's worth, he wanted to go with you, but he said we should let you sleep.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I'm hungry.
If you see flares, if you hear bells, stop what you're doing, you follow the plan. You lock the doors, you reinforce, shelter in place till we tell you it's safe to come out. Now for the rest of us, where do we go? Bigger weapons.
It's actually really nice to see that they have such a
For the rest of
comprehensive
you,
plan for this.
there's-
Oh, look who it is.
Stay where you are.
So last night I obviously had a few too many.
It happens to everyone. People get drunk and say awful shit they've never thought before.
Ellie.
No, that's fair.
No, I'm with you, Ellie.
I shouldn't have even thought it. I'm sorry. Made you two some sandwiches if you're going out there.
I do not blame Ellie for not accepting his apology. Like, it was a decent apology, sure. But the fact that you said it in the first place means she has every right to be like, fuck off. Like, I don't care. Survival in the cold would not be my jam. Oh, here we go. Is that Dina and Joel? Abby. I know you want this more than anything, but to go out there on your own to try and stop that patrol, bad idea.
Mountaintop, repeat.
Oh, radios and communication, they never work when you need them to. Ooh, the building tension in this is great. You just know shit's about to hit the fan.
What spot?
This way!
Desperately hoping it's actually Eugene's little hideout with all the weed and everything. That would be great. It is! Yes!
Said Maria wouldn't be supportive of his farming.
Why not?
That was a raw deal. Joel having to put him down. Guy makes it through a war. End up going out like that.
There's so much more to that story, I feel like.
Couldn't be saved.
I feel like Ellie knows the truth about it, too. The way she's looking right now. And that seems like a terrible idea. Yep, and that's why it's a terrible idea. Oh. Well, we already know that they're using the dead infected to, like, insulate the ones underneath, so I think you might be standing in a really bad spot, Abby. Fuck that. Oh, hell no. Nope. That's terrifying. You better run faster than that, Abby. Yeah, that would be so terrifying. That would be so screwed. Climb faster. Oh, shit. Well, I remember this part. Oh. Crawl faster.
Give me your hand!
Thanks for the hand, Joel.
Can you run?
You're gonna really wish you hadn't done that, though.
It's too far. We'll freeze before we get halfway.
I'm aware.
Where the fuck did they even come from? Where did you come
I
from?
don't know, I'm thinking.
The lodge. My friends are holed up in a lodge halfway up the mountain.
Fucking, it's all we got. Are your friends armed?
Yeah.
Good. We're gonna need them. Get on.
Not good, Joel. Not good.
Check it.
You found the gas mask bunk? Nice.
Did he make this? Fuck.
Amy,
I'm really enjoying how different this is playing out than it was in the game, but at the same time, it is again hitting a lot of the same beats. Oh, don't touch that. Don't touch that. Oh, shit. Oh, great. Lucky for Joel and Dina and Abby. Very unlucky for everyone else. Oh, that is so many of them. That's crazy, dude. Alright, everybody, to your stations.
Dinosaur infested!
If it weren't for the fact that they were likely to, like, explode in my face as a potential outcome, my weapon of choice would probably be the flamethrower as well. Let's go. It would be very unfortunate if you missed. Pretty solid plan right there. Very effective. Yeah, let's definitely keep them from scaling the wall, you know, World War Z style.
Oh god,
I have to go back.
we won't make it. The lodge is just up ahead. It's like a minute. We've got blankets, ammo. My friends can help you get back.
Ah, you lying son of a bitch. Well played, Abby, but fuck you. Well, it seems like they have a pretty good handle on the situation, I would say. And something's happening. Oh, I hear the bloater. That's not good. That's a big boy. Oh, shit. That scream was terrifying. Jesus. They're gonna wreck this place, man. Better save some of that fuel for the bloater. This is not good, this is not good. Gotta love Tommy for saving his wife like that. Not sure you want to get yourself boxed in like this, Tommy. Too late now. It's go time. Do or die, Tommy. Oh, that would be so scary. Fuck that. Shoot it with everything you got. It's gotta be feeling it a little bit. Start shooting it with your gun. Do something. I guess you hit it with just enough fire. God, the amount of people they're gonna have to just put down after this because they've been bitten too. Like, this is a really bad scenario. Send out the dogs. I have a strong feeling I know why they're having the dogs come to, like, kind of save the day right now. Just so they can flip it on its head later on down the line. I'm willing to bet. It's so sweet. Jill's trying to warm her up, being a dad.
We're gonna raise your body temperature slowly.
Ooh, ouch.
Her name's Dina.
Jackson, come in.
Dina?
Jackson.
And he is Joel.
Oh, no, my God.
We're not gonna hurt her. Not if you cooperate. We're just gonna put her to sleep for a while. Trust me, it's for the best.
Honestly,
Do it.
you're kind of right about that, Abby.
If you don't do it, I'm gonna smash her in the fucking head.
My heart is pounding right now, dude.
Fireflies?
Used to be. There are no more fireflies. They're all gone.
So that's not a mystery at all in this. Interesting.
No.
Ow.
To tell the truth, Joel. If you do, I'll let her live.
Wait, Abby.
Shut up! Where was the last place you saw the fireflies?
Salt Lake.
Well, you told the
At
truth.
least you're honest.
I'm not gonna lie, she may not have the physicality of Abby from the game, but she is terrifying me.
An unarmed doctor you shot in the head.
I mean, he technically had a scalpel, so he wasn't unarmed.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Abby.
I've been in a militia for 5 years now. We don't kill people that can't defend themselves.
That's bullshit, Abby. And Owen knows it. I saw that look on his face.
Right now, it doesn't matter if you have a code like me. There are just some things everyone agrees are just fucking wrong.
You're a lot more like him than you care to admit, Abby. No, they even kept that the same. Please don't. I don't want to watch this.
I have waited
No,
so...
just shut the fuck up and do it already.
I'm with you, Joel. If you're gonna do it, then just do it.
Stupid. Old man. You don't get to rush this.
Oh! I feel like they're gonna draw it out even more in the show. Like, that right there was drawing it out more in the show than they did in the game. I don't like this. I really don't like this. Ellie, just turn back. You really, really don't want to see this.
Abby!
You know, I feel like in the game I was so shocked by what was happening that I didn't even cry. But here, I'm feeling the tears working their way up right now.
Joel, fucking get up! Joel, get up.
This is gonna make me cry.
End it.
Joel, get up.
So fucked up.
Fucking get up!
Oh, he actually tried to.
Please don't! Please don't!
Oh, that's so fucked up. I feel so bad for Ellie.
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you! You're all gonna fucking die!
Silly me was excited to watch this season, knowing that this was gonna happen. Oh, great song choice for this, you assholes. Oh, they're even playing the version with Ashley Johnson. Oh, that hatred towards Abby. It's all just come right back for me. Such a well-written character, but at the same time, I'm like, dude, I want to see you die. And Tommy doesn't even know yet. Well then, what a fun episode. That was very cheerful. Loved it. Well, they finally did the thing. The thing that I was dreading the absolute most out of this season. And I gotta say, knowing that Joel dies going into the season, because I was sure they weren't going to change that detail. Like, the whole story hinges on Ellie's need for revenge against Abby for killing Joel. The story just doesn't work any other way. But even knowing that it was coming, did not make it any better or easier. If anything, perhaps it made it worse. Because all the little moments where you could see a potential different outcome for this situation just really stood out to me. And again, the first time I witnessed this when I was playing the game, it was such a shocking moment that it took a little while for the tears to kind of catch up. Like, I'd say there were other parts of the game that made me cry more than his actual death scene did. But this worked kind of the opposite way. Since I knew it was coming, and I'd already processed the shock of that and everything, now all that's left is the sadness and just how utterly tragic and like messed up the situation is. But we'll dive deep into his death scene in a moment. Let's work our way through the episode here. I really enjoyed the nightmare that Abby was having about the moment she found her dad's body. That is pulled straight from the game, although they did rework it again, as they usually do on this show, with her speaking to her older self, the older self trying to warn her, you know, like, don't go in there, you'll be forever changed by this, like, just turn back while you can, which is very sad. That is a heartbreaking way to look at that. And then we jump to Abby's group, all, you know, planning their attack, or while Abby's planning her attack, the rest of them are like, yeah, no, there's no way we're going to be able to do this. That is a whole city down there. We're all going to die if we actually attempt to go through with this. We then get a scene that's pulled directly from the game with Jesse waking up Ellie, discussing patrol and how it's kind of fucked up that Ellie kissed his ex-girlfriend the night before. And I do love how playful and funny that moment is. It's a nice, you know, moment of brevity before all the really heavy shit coming later down the line. And then you have a very interesting conversation with Ellie and Jesse as they're walking to go get their horses. And Ellie tries to make it clear, you know, I want people to stop butting into this whole situation because me and Joel are good. Like, we've worked things out. Which, as far as we as the audience have seen, no, they have not. But, again, there's something from the previous episode I think they intentionally cut out to be saved for later. But based off of how Ellie wants to go with Joel on this patrol, and she's, you know, saying they're in a better place, I have a pretty strong idea that this moment from the previous episode did in fact happen and was just cut for use later on. Then we have a scene pulled directly from the game as well, with Seth apologizing to Ellie and giving her some steak sandwiches. Which, again, I will reiterate, I think Ellie is in the right by saying, fuck off, don't really care about your apology. That is absolutely within her right to do, especially to someone who used such a nasty slur against her the night before. But all I'm saying is, I don't care who made me a steak sandwich, I'm eating that steak sandwich. I'd eat it in front of him and then say, fuck you. Be like, apology not accepted. Love the sandwich, bye. We then jump around a bit as the tension really starts to rise in the episode. You can really feel that something big is coming. And in this case, you know, two very big things are coming. We have Abby, like, scoping out the area and then following one of the patrols on her own. You have Tommy in the town prepping for a potential attack. And then we jump into another reworked scene where Ellie and Jesse find Eugene's little hideout where he's growing a bunch of weed, and it's clearly just his man cave, you know, where he goes to, like, tinker with things. We get the reveal that he was a Firefly at one point, which, again, it just leans into my theory that somehow Eugene found out about what Joel did and had to kill him in order to keep him silent. And they made up some story about, like, him being bitten by an infected or something like that. Because the look on Ellie's face when Jesse said, you know, it's a shame that Joel had to put him down, she knows something about that scenario. And I think it is partially why she is so angry at Joel. Could be wrong, but I'll bet I'm right. We then get to see Abby unfortunately awaken a horde of infected that immediately begin to chase her. This is basically right out of the game. There is a scene extremely similar where she's on the run from just a massive horde of them. right down to the moment where she has to crawl under a fence that is just getting like piled on with infected on top of her. That was all very, very well done. Culminating in this moment where Joel saves her life, and unfortunately, Dina reveals that his name is Joel, and that's where Abby concocts her plan of like, all right, come with me to my friends at this ski lodge. We'll make it there before we can make it back to Jackson and freeze to death. Then through the radio, Ellie and Jesse learn that Dina and Joel are not responding. They're basically MIA at the moment, which puts them both on high alert, and they go out to go and find them. Right as someone from the community alerts the Horde. Then we begin in earnest with this infected attack on Jackson, which has been revealed in all the trailers for this season, so it wasn't exactly a surprise. But seeing how it happened, I really enjoyed that it was the Mycelium Network that alerted the infected to their presence. Again, that's something they kind of just forgot about in the first season. It was something that was brought up and then never really brought up again. So I'm glad to see it actually have some consequences. Like, this is what happens when that is put into play. Then we get more of Jackson having to defend themselves from the infected. It's very intense, very well done. Tommy's fight with the bloater was also pretty nerve-wracking. But I do feel like they could have amped it up just a bit more. Then we get to everyone's favorite scene, the slow and agonizing death of Joel. Having Dina here instead of Tommy is a bit of an interesting change. I'm sure it will add to why Dina does what she does in this season. I also found it interesting that there are several situations where Mel from Abby's group is clearly trying to minimize the amount of bloodshed and panic in the entire scenario. She's trying to console with Dina, like, hey, I promise this isn't going to hurt you. It's just going to put you to sleep. She has to even be coerced into giving her that injection in the first place. Only when Abby threatens violence against her does she say, okay, I'll do it. She clearly didn't want to tourniquet Joel's leg after Abby shoots it with a shotgun, but she does it and is clearly uncomfortable with the entire scenario. Like, she does not want to be here. She is not enjoying this torture the way that Abby or perhaps even Manny or Nora are. The only two people that seem to be not against this, because it's not like they tried to stop her, but definitely not for how slow and vindictive the whole situation is, are Mel and Owen. Those are the two who are like, okay, this is a little too much. It's also interesting to me that they chose to reveal all this information from Abby in this moment, because I fear that might be a poor choice. Revealing a lot of this information, like the fact that it was her dad who was killed, the fact that she was so young when she found him like that, and all these different aspects of ways you can sympathize with her character are very well removed from that actual event happening. But having her reveal this information in the same stroke as her torturing Joel, a beloved character, to death, I worry that's going to work against them. And people are just going to be like, I heard you and I don't care. You're killing someone I absolutely love and don't want to see die. So I don't know how I feel about them bringing that information in so early. Then you have Ellie walking in on this and unfortunately being there for the final moments of Joel. There are a couple changes they make here from the game, some that I think work better, some that I think work worse. The moment where Ellie is like begging him to get up and you actually see him trying to get up, I think that's a really nice change. That really broke my heart to see him broken on the floor, but still trying his absolute best to get up for Ellie and survive. Like, that was really, really sad. However, there were two changes that didn't work quite as well for me. Abby, like, stabbing him through the neck. It felt less impactful than the way it happened in the game, where she takes the golf club and just, like, smashes his head in. It's not a huge, like, deal breaker or anything, but it did lack the same oomph I feel like the game had. And then the other change that I'm not the biggest fan of is that Ellie gets kicked in the stomach and then they just walk off and she lets them. Like, I understand that she's, completely traumatized by this event, having watched her dad die right in front of her in such a brutal way. But I kind of don't buy that her immediate first reaction wouldn't be to find a weapon and go and kill them. Even if she wasn't able to do it, I feel like they would have had to have knocked her out the way they did in the game. But at the same time, it almost feels like it was worth it just to have that moment where she presses her face against his lifeless body and just sobs. Like, that was, again, so heartbreaking to see. Also, such a cruel move to have Ashley Johnson's version of Through the Valley start playing after his death and they're dragging his body back home. I love that because, again, the very first trailer for The Last of Us Part 2 was Ellie singing that song saying, "I'm going to kill every last one of them." So it's kind of perfect to have that playing right after this happens and Ellie's, grief and rage are starting to build and build. But that's also very manipulative. It made me very sad. I didn't like that. Overall, I'm going to give this episode a 9 out of 10. Excellent showcase of building tension to this, horrific, tragic ending. A couple changes made here or there that I wasn't the biggest fan of, but also not completely against. And I gotta say, the pacing of this episode was breakneck. Like, we really moved through the plot here. The first episode felt pretty slow in terms of plot progression. This one was not. This one was barreling through some of this stuff. Perhaps a little too fast during certain cases. I feel like the attack on Jackson could have gone on for just a little bit longer, or to see a little more of the resolution for that one. But even still, that was extremely well done. So yeah, it was a hard episode to watch, but it was very, very good. Very, very good. So I feel like we're in for a treat for the rest of this season. At least in terms of storytelling, not in terms of, nice things happening. So I will see you all in that next one, and that's about it.